Welcome, guys, to another episode of Decisions. And I'm singing because our guest today, but it's your girl, Mandii B.
Hey.
Okay, go ahead and give us some vocals, because you could say, so go ahead, give us some vocals.
It's your girl, I said.
Oh, no.
It's your girl, Lex P in the building.
Yeah.
Hi.
I really thought it was going to get worse. That was good.
No. She
thank
can really
you.
She can really sing.
I can hold that tune now, Weezy.
I've heard you do it, but you know what people fake sing?
No. She sounds like Toni Braxton.
Bring back the joy of my life.
See, so you know how old we are.
Okay, so you sound like Toni Braxton. I will tell you now, I sound like Cher.
Okay.
Don't do that. When
Do you believe in life after love?
They are
See,
so
I can do
pissed.
I'm not mad at that.
They are pissed. They said y'all couldn't have done this on the Patreon.
Anyways, guys, really excited. We got a girl, Lex P, in the building from
And
Four
the P
Minds.
is for...
The P is for that girl. The queen.
There's no P in none of those words.
Hold on. That girl...
That's all of it. The Lex P stands for I'm that girl.
I thought it meant that.
No,
Don't stop.
all of it. It can be that too.
I like it to hear. I get that.
You know what I'm saying?
So normally we start off with a quick catch up of what Weezy and I got going on. However, I thought we could start this off really cute because we've all been podcasters for years now. We're not new to this. We're true to this. And so
We had Ocho Cinco.
I was like, this may be the first time the three of us have all been on a mic with boyfriends.
No, it ain't.
Oh, wait, you...
Okay. Gotcha. Gotcha. No, it ain't.
Give Lex the flowers.
Okay, this is
What's
for,
that? Hang them on display and put them on the set.
No, first off, I had them be delivered.
Okay.
Y'all know we recording this episode the same as whatever episode you heard ago. We both record these flowers still here. Y'all gonna see these flowers.
Period.
Wait a second. So you're
Then you gonna get a wedding ring and be
I am
like,
single
"Let me put
now."
the wedding ring. Then you gonna be just like this. Put it right on top. Hello, welcome. That's Weezy. As you know, no one wants you. Mine marry me. She put it me.
Okay, so
Put the flowers in the
I can't
frame.
believe it because so Lex, you are very my man.
I am.
To where I get sick of it. So I thought we could actually just all be really annoying
He's got you mad
together.
today.
So, I'm always like that in the beginning. I think it's like the beginning honeymoon stage.
The
I think
beginning, it was for the last year and a half on my
because
timeline.
he's an amazing guy. Like, he's an amazing man.
He
We have
was.
an amazing relationship.
The
We
guy.
still talk every day. It's not like a bad.
Oh, girl, that is
No,
so
it's
mad.
Well,
Says your hand.
well, no, it's not. We're not in a relationship.
Why?
I
How
think
can you talk to a guy every day, still him, work together, and that not be your man
Okay,
today?
wait, I've done that.
Well, I think it's just because we have a lot going on individually that we need to work on. And
Okay.
I can recognize that, So I have a lot of growing I need to do and he does as well. So it's not like weird and bad blood and we hate. It's not none of that. It's just like we trying to figure it out. If it works out and we get back together, cool. And if it don't, cool. Like
Are y'all both seeing other people?
I'm not. I don't think he is. I don't know, but I'm not in that space right now, to be
Okay.
honest. Like, I have so much going on. I know it sounds so cliche.
No, it
I
don't.
have so much going
Booked
on
and busy.
work-wise.
Mhm.
I don't even have time to, worry about that and be concerned about it. It was like a point in time I was like, oh my gosh, if he moves on and dates somebody, I'm going to jump off a bridge. But I'm like, you know what? I feel like if we work out, cool. If we don't, cool. I feel like I'm here because God has guided me down such a good path. So instead of doubting what's going to happen all the time, I just have to have faith that it'll work out in my favor.
You sound like every bit of the modern day woman.
Yeah.
Because I think when women back in the day, when I say back in the day, maybe your mamas or whatever, when they couldn't really have jobs or they couldn't be entrepreneurs and their whole lives were dictated on the patriarchy and finding a man or a husband to provide and take care and all those things, a woman had to be like, I gotta say what you.
Yeah.
Now, I will say this though. There is a weird privilege that making more money kind of gave me.
Oh, facts.
For sure.
Period.
Even though I had more when I was broke and I was going
Yeah, because they like to save.
But
Yeah.
at the same time, there's something internally that that little bit of independence, I don't know what it is. It just makes you have this different viewpoint. It's almost like you think your options are bigger. But I do think it has to do with being busy.
Yeah, being busy definitely has saved me. Like, I'm not the type of girl, like, if I go through a breakup, I'm like, don't get me wrong, I'm gonna be in the house for a little bit and go through my emotions, to go through my feelings, but I gotta go to work. So, you know, I have stuff to do, so I can't. And then it's like the way my podcast is, it's like I gotta be funny and I gotta be vibrant. So I don't got time for all that. I gotta keep it pushing.
I mean, I think that's my thing. When you are a C-suite woman or a woman with a 9-to-5 or multiple jobs or running your own businesses, like the last thing you need a man to do is to come in and not be your peace.
Yeah.
So if you're not gonna make my life easier while I'm not, because work is never easy. Let's be very clear.
Right.
Even though you get to come and show up and be funny and do the live shows and travel all over the world and do the things, like when that still becomes exhausting and draining on our body and we're dealing with a lot of people.
Yeah.
So when I finally get free time, the last thing I want to do is argue with you.
Right.
Now tell me this. So you said that you feel like you have to always come and show up. For me, I think whenever I want a backseat, we're so lucky we have a guest. Tell me how, when you've had a tough day with your partner, what's that conversation with you and Drea like? Where you like, have you had a day where you're like, romantic wise, not family stuff, romantic wise, you're like, I'm having a bad day. I can't do it.
I let her know. We be having conversations, but I don't know what, I hate to say this, but I know how to turn that on.
Period.
Yeah,
like when that camera presses record, all that goes out the window, because at the end of the day, it's people out there who have worse days than me, who watch Poor Minds to put them in a good mood, or watch Love Lex P to put them in a good mood. I'm crying. I'm upset over it.
It's
not the end of the world.
A few months ago, I was crying in the car, not over, but just stressed, right? And I had listened to this podcast. I shared it on You Got Decisions, where basically it says, watch how you talk to yourself. I'm in the car. I had a good cry in the parking garage. That's the best place. Oh, some cars be going by. Some lady getting groceries out. I'm still crying. So I'm in the car and I'm crying. And I'm like, fuck, this shit sucks. And then I said, but I'm crying in my car that's paid off though.
Hey.
And this is a problem that I had. Like, there's always a bright side. I know that's weird, but everything be feeling like, boom.
Yeah.
Like it's so
and
much
what is it when it rain and pour?
Yeah.
Bruh, there's been days where I've cried in my house. Even this morning, I had a little fit. I woke up at 5:30. I was fucking tired. And I was like, bro, I work for myself.
Right.
I could have been getting up for a corporate job today. I have friends who hate their job and can't find another way, right? Like, I have a lot of outlets. I can enjoy free time. Like, I almost had to start saying it out loud.
Oh, I talk to myself. I say it also. I'll be like, girl, look at you. Body T. Face card never declines.
Period.
You know, you got a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? God-fearing woman. You got a blessed job. You get to work with your best friend. You know, I launched my YouTube. It's so many good things.
Okay, tell us about Love Lex P.
Yeah, so Love Lex P is my solo show that I have now. And it's so weird because I don't want to say I want to gossip with integrity, because you can't gossip with integrity,
no way.
right? But I do think that the gossip hot topics thing has gotten so ugly. We are in a space now where everybody wants to go viral. Oh, I'm finna read her rights and break her down. What happened when we had like Juliana Rancic and Joan Rivers being fun and funny and cute on E! News?
Joan only called you ugly.
But that's I was about to say, Joan Rivers,
but what I'm saying is it was all in good-hearted fun, because when she would see you, it would still be like...
You know what's crazy about you saying that? We can say things in jest, in wholehearted fun. You never know how someone's going to receive something.
Right.
So to me, even if you... And I just had this conversation with Lou Will. I was on the Underground Lounge with him and Spank. And you know I used to be a blogger.
Yeah.
On sports specifically. So I was talking to Lou Will, and he was like, yeah, man, but sometimes we don't want nobody talking about our business. And as human beings, sometimes it don't matter if you put on something that you liked. If someone says it's ugly, they're going to receive it bad.
Right.
So unfortunately, like, I don't think that's possible, only because the way people receive anybody talking about them in any capacity, depending on the day.
You can be Tasha K, though.
Well, Exactly.
No, you
and
not
the thing, and the thing with me,
bad.
first of all, I feel like the way I've branded myself, everybody knows I play all day long. And then with Love Lex P, I'm not reporting on serious topics and serious things. Like, for example, like with the Meg shooting, like if that would have happened while my show was going, that's not something I'm reporting on.
Gotcha.
It's lighthearted fun. We cracking jokes. I'm not posting people kids. You know, we're talking about fun things. We're doing Real Housewives of Atlanta reviews.
How does it feel to talk for 40 minutes by yourself?
I love it.
Really?
Because I talk a lot.
She could go 80 minutes.
Because you know what it is? With Poor Minds, I be interrupting Drea a lot. I'm so bad with that. Sorry, Drea, my girl. I'm working on it.
We all do.
But no, I'm really bad with it. I've gotten better with it, but now I can just go, press play, no pause. Oh, wait. I be having to stop myself.
What the comments made you feel? Let me just get an outlet.
Yeah. Y'all, somebody wrote a letter. So y'all know we do the letters at the end of the episode, the Pour Your Heart Out segment. Somebody was like, asking the advice, and that was like, Andrea, please answer and don't let Lex say nothing. I said, well, bitch, you ain't getting no advice anyway.
Well, you want to know what's crazy?
Did you give it?
Hell no.
That's not you listened.
No,
bitch, I wouldn't know.
No, that's not about me listening.
Bitch.
But honestly, I give great advice, and where I'm at in life, I really had something good to say. But you don't deserve it.
Right. It's funny because we had our home mail at the very end of Horrible Decisions. We now got a whole little, every Wednesday, you've got decisions, because we weren't getting to answer our fans. And I'm like, I think still allowing them to come in and talk and tell you to shut the fuck up sometimes is needed.
What kind of?
Not that it's needed, but we like to have our audience ask questions
when they
too.
say shit, sometimes they be like, LOL, just kidding. Love you, Mandii. Love you, Weezy. Bitch, you better soften it up.
Soften it up.
I was just going to say.
Keep it cute, bitch.
You know what I always thought was the most lighthearted gossip and one of the biggest viral moments? When Jesus and Mero, everybody knows I'm a huge fan, made a joke about Envy. And they said, you knew them DJ Envy checks though? Nah, I'm just playing. Jesus literally said, I'm just playing.
Yeah.
Envy, that whole thing.
He was mad.
And so it was making me think about it when you said you never know how somebody will receive it.
Right.
Y'all was just playing, you and Alex was just playing when you were saying I lost pounds because he fucked me. I didn't care how much that was a joke.
I remember,
So it depends. I don't care if you put an LOL at the end of that motherfucking shit.
But like I said, I think it's how you deliver it too. Now,
No, it doesn't matter. The delivery. Someone will always receive the delivery. Does not matter.
Okay.
That's not
the delivery. Don't. No. I know tone matters and the way you deliver. Some things do. You can say something and say ha ha ha, bitch, just joking. If it's not something that, if someone's receiving it and feels offensive, that's not for us to say they can't.
And that's why I said I'm also the type of person where if I'm wrong, I don't mind saying, look, girl, my bad. I didn't mean to make you feel that way. But I feel like, too, I'm in a space where I'm not a comedian, but people like to put me in that category.
So you said I'm going to fall on the sword that I'm a comedian.
I mean, no, it's not that, but
I'm going to be real with you. There does need to be a middle. And I think there's a few people that are popular that are comedians that I really think should be in the middle.
Yeah.
I think content creators are becoming so popular that they're switching to comedian. I don't really think that's necessary. A lot of the girls, a lot of the people are getting on stage. T.I. Not saying that he shouldn't be a comedian. I'm just saying you have a lot
the
of
big words is funny to me. I laugh.
T.I. said was actually funny. I've seen him twice.
Tall,
but T.I. is
long
one that I think about a lot because I'm like, damn, you saw somebody take a second career. However, T.I. was a fucking actor.
Right.
Bitch, you had a good TikTok.
Rapper, actor, producer, writer, all the things.
You on stage, just a little what? So I think sometimes when we do things for the virality of it, it's the problem of someone guessing you. Daniel Rollins told me, "Oh, just go on stage and do this because you could, you
and that's and I actually agree with you on that because I feel like that's why a lot of people are in lanes that they really not supposed to be in.
Girl.
I think that's why Poor Minds is so successful. We don't look for viral moments when we have guests that come on. We just talking. If something happens to go viral, cool. I'm not looking for a moment to read somebody down.
That is the worst part of podcasting.
Yeah,
like. I don't listen to podcasts. I listen to like clips and some good, if there's a good 10-minute YouTube, I loved the saucy 10-minute clip I got to see.
Yeah.
And it's not that I don't want to support. I just sometimes feel like it's an overload for me because a lot of it is a little too much gas. Like it's too much hyping something up. Sometimes it doesn't feel original. I love hearing two friends just chill and talk back. But much like y'all love the solo episodes, sometimes I do too.
Yeah.
I can't handle what a guest will bring out of you. It sometimes could feel like podcasters are so desperate in pulling that guest to give them something.
I mean, that's why I listen to pods that don't normally have guests.
Yeah.
Like, I love Brilliant Idiots. I love The Read. I love Mess with Sid and Reezy.
Yeah.
Like, I know we convolute with guests a lot, but
That's
I
a
love
good
just
word.
when it's girl, I've been working.
I know that's right.
I've been reading them, girl.
She said, "T, I
bitch been working. A bitch just wrote a book. No holds barred.
ask a guest for AT. Bitch, y'all be fighting?
Are you asking for real?
I'm asking.
Oh, no. Me and Dre don't fight.
I believe you.
You know what's crazy? In the beginning, we did. We don't got nothing to fight about. Life is good. Like,
Life
that's
is
my
good.
girl. Like,
You know, fights turn into, with a solid friendship, conversation.
yeah,
tough
no, like, she'll call me
conversations.
and be like, friend, I don't like that. I'll be like, oh, girl, my bad.
That's
We
so
move
good.
on.
To me, that's a real friendship. Like, I have friends for over a decade. We've never fought.
I've never
Yeah.
fought with me.
Like me and my best friend Crystal have been friends for, I think, for 13 years now.
Mhm.
And when my boyfriend just came to Atlanta, I told him the one time I thought we had an argument.
Yeah.
And what's crazy, shout out to my friend Jazz. She was there we were in Miami. She was there to like mediate. We sat down and I said, as Crystal when we fought, and she said at the same time, we've lived together for 4 years.
Yeah.
We've traveled the world together. I see her so much, and one argument. I
Yeah.
don't argue. I don't fight with my
some
friends.
things just become to be sisters, though. Like,
yeah, and that's Dre's my sister.
And when
at
it-
this point.
And I got a
Get to
sister I
that.
don't talk to. So I
Vinny
don't know.
will give me, once every few years, Vinny will give me, and you know you do this, boo.
I love
think
Vinny. Hey, boo.
I do
Hey,
too.
boo.
We was on tour and he looks at me and he goes, I just need these moments from you. And sometimes you don't act like you need them with me. But I need them with you. I need you to prioritize having moments like this with me. And I'm like, no. And I think when you're so close with somebody,
Yeah.
it's like, it's so hard to check them sometimes.
Yeah.
No, it's like that
I
with
think
us.
it can be for an awkwardness. Some people don't know.
For someone who can't maybe receive criticism, but when you know a friend, you know, again, how to deliver it to them and
Yeah.
how to come with them with love.
Yeah.
So it's not about you checking them. It's you telling them how they maybe
I
made you feel or how their
Yeah.
actions
I
are
think a lot
not.
of friends want to save awkward moments.
Shit.
Now, see, I'm more so like that, but Drea isn't. So a lot of times I'm like, I don't want to talk about something. She'll be like, friend, what's up? What happened? Like,
That's so great.
So it's a balance though, because I feel like sometimes you have two people who are confrontational. That's kind of where
Yep.
this starts, or two people who don't want to talk about
You're
it.
the softie.
I am. I'm very, very extremely sensitive.
I don't know.
Oh, I
Drea
believe that. I
and
know that.
well, but you know what? Both of you have such the same exterior, so sweet, so warm. I feel like all your fans would say that. It's interesting. I picture you in my brain as someone that's more assertive.
That's crazy that you said that, because I am. I am a sensitive bitch. Drea is way nicer than me. Like when it comes to work, talking to people, like when we out in public, they be like, hey y'all, I'm like, hey. And I go sit in the car. Cause I get anxiety a little bit. And I'm just like, hold on, it's 10 of y'all.
Okay.
And Drea's like, hey, oh my God. Y'all like the podcast? Yeah. And I'm just like, get in the car.
Oh my God, Mandii, do me.
Bye, guys. Weezy be out of there quick as fuck.
I mean,
Weezy will run away and be like, I need a nap. I have to go.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
feel
me.
good.
I like to go to sleep.
yeah,
Drea's way nicer
Weezy
than
will
me.
go and
Girl,
be
I have a
like,
physical overload.
she'll be like,
Yeah.
let me know.
Yeah.
Like, I could tell, like, anxiety ridden. But I want to get to our hypothetically speaking.
Okay.
Because, bitch, now that you're single, I can't wait to hear what you would do if this happened while you dating.
Okay.
So, hypothetically speaking, this week is brought to you by our producer, Billy B of the Needs to Be Studied podcast. Thank you for sending this in. If you guys want to be a producer on the show, join us on Patreon, get the top tier, and we could be
And if you
produced
are
by
a
you.
podcaster, this would be a great opportunity. Billy's been a fan of Horrible for a long time, and the Need to Be Studied podcast
Yes.
is his show, and he's producing this segment. So go and join us.
I love that.
Yeah, so these are his scenarios for hypothetically speaking.
Okay.
So here we go. Let's answer these now. Your date picks an expensive restaurant, but conveniently forgets their wallet. How do you respond?
You can
You
cash
got
out your
Zelle? That's an easy
Oh,
pick.
that's an easy one.
That's easy.
Okay, you right.
Zelle, Cash App,
You know what?
Venmo.
You know what's crazy? My mind didn't even go there, but I remember when I used to have to get Western Union from niggas.
Okay.
me too.
Western Union is
Western-
wild.
We aging ourselves, bitch. You call yourself the auntie.
I am
We
the
don't
auntie,
see
but
your-
Western, I ain't
Western
never
Union.
picked no.
God.
You never picked money up from Western
I was
Union.
dating a Jamaican nigga, and he had me Western Union him money that another nigga dropped off. And I remember when I came to one of my homegirls, I was like, I do this every week. And she was like, Bitch, you're embezzling. This is money.
Oh,
No.
my God.
Do you know the last experience that I have with Western Union? Just talking about these niggas. So I had one nigga bring me to Qatar. So I was all the way out in fucking the Middle East.
I hate when a bitch pronounced it correct.
It is correct. It's not Qatar. It's Qatar.
Well, we don't know the hell you're saying.
I'm glad you said it because I said, who is Cutter, baby? Now, who is that?
Qatar. So I'm out in Qatar. I'm with one of my old things. So I get out there and the team didn't pay him. So, bitch, but I'm also out there and nigga, I'm broke. I ain't got no money.
Right.
I'm like
the team
I'm
didn't pay him.
No, the team. So when you play on them overseas teams, them teams be playing with your money.
You had a C-lister.
Bitch, he was, first off, overseas is like a elemental P. Bitch, he's an elemental P-lister. Fuck you mean? Elemental P. So he over there playing in the Middle East and the team didn't give him his money. So here we go, how we had to do this. I call my homegirl, shout out to Lena, love you for life. So I hit my homegirl up like, I got Bleep sending me money through Western Union. I'm gonna have it sent to your name. Can you pick it up and then deposit it into my account? Because this is back when Chase allowed you to do cash deposits. So I had him send me $1,000 because back then, bitch, $1,000 meant something.
Yeah.
That I ain't asking for no $1,000 no more. So I had my other nigga. I called him. I said, "Yo, I'm all the way out in the Middle East. This nigga ain't get paid. My dress is tight. Help!" And my friend picked up the Western Union and deposited into my account. Okay, so now that's an easy fix nowadays. Here we go. Next hypothetical. Thank you, Billy, for this one. Scenario 2. You're on a date. This is a good one. Scenario 2. You're on a date and he mentions he's never dated a black girl, but yet he's currently on a date with you. What do you respond to a man who says that he's never dated a black woman?
Is this a black man?
It's whatever color man it is that you allowed to take you on a date.
Right. So but it depends on his race.
So how do you respond to a white man saying it, and how do you respond to a black man saying it?
You never dated a black girl? Oh my God.
This is to a white man.
It's to a white man. Yeah. Yeah.
It depends. I feel
Totally,
like
we can make it work.
Wait,
I don't care. It's rough out here. The fuck? You think I'm finna leave?
So you're cool with being a white man's first black woman?
Yes.
because assuming that the white man is loving it.
Correct?
Yeah, he better be.
Wait, that he's
How
what?
dare you?
He might just be.
If you're a white man and you're not rich, you did not do life right. Like, what are you doing?
How are we the ones?
Like, if you're white and a man and you're not rich, you fucking suck.
You had all the steps, the guidebook, and the last
Literally,
and the privilege.
You're American on top of this?
Bruh.
You just don't give
I
a
know
fuck.
you watching Paradise. You watching Paradise?
Yes.
Love Paradise. There's a scene. My nigga got mad just watching it when the grandfather said, "Our last name alone will get you elected." He was watching it talking about, look at this shit. It was like, shit.
He ain't lying.
He not lying. He not
Hey,
lying.
what's their last name? Bradford.
Bradford. It is some.
Like, it was so,
You know what really pisses me off? With a Jewish father?
uh-oh.
Oh,
How am I not rich?
I'm telling you.
I mean, you are.
You are.
He ain't do it right.
What are you talking about?
I like, bro, do you know what Jewish kids have?
Yeah.
Oh,
Are you
The
kidding
Jews be...
are we allowed to? Can we calm down with this segment? Okay, now what if it was a black man?
No,
If it was a black man,
Yeah.
check please. I ain't doing that.
Wait. You'll allow a white man to say?
You know why? Because I have dated a black guy before who didn't date black
Tell
women.
us more.
And
Was he a football player?
he was a basketball player.
Wow.
And it was just like, he would say things that he would think was a compliment.
Like,
you know, oh, you don't act like, you know, and it was given like, you're black. You are N-I-G-G, hard E-R, because you
Hold on, Mr.
Yes.
Wait,
Yes.
like what other things is that?
That was the main thing. He would say like, oh, you don't act like, you know, and you don't.
The stereotypes.
Was
The
he
stereotypes.
stereotype.
What was he dating? Latinas?
No, like he likes
Oh,
white.
got it.
I'm not talking about a little flavor.
bottom of the
You know how you
filter.
say that? White then.
Yes.
White.
Yes. Like it wasn't no Hispanic. No, he likes some real,
So you
real.
know what I learned at a young age, and I'm glad I did? I was going to say, maybe, I don't know. I had, seeing my mom growing up, who was with a white man, not dating, they're married.
Mm-hmm.
But there was a lot that made me feel like sometimes she would imply and maybe it was just a small insecurity that Black men didn't always find her beautiful.
Mm.
And I never heard her say that outwardly, but I would always feel like she'd be surprised when Black men would hit on her. So whatever the case may be, a lot of Black women, I'm sure, have felt like that in their life.
Yeah.
So when I was on a date once, maybe young, I remember a guy telling me I acted like a dark-skinned girl. Maybe I don't remember how I was talking or whatever. But I've had another man tell me, oh, like, your real hair, like, I thought you were going to have mixed girl hair. You got black girl hair.
Oh, no, you said nigga.
Hardy hard.
Oh my God.
So the crazy thing that I started to learn as a biracial girl is, oh, the niggas I'm dating just like girls that look like this. This is just black enough.
Yeah.
And so that wasn't a weird thing for me too. But I didn't know it until I got older.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. You like them like you want to say nigga with me, but you don't want to date.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those are the things that I think light-skinned women and mixed girls never really understand.
Right. Right.
So you are dating one of them niggas.
Right.
Because he realizes like, oh, I could say I'm with a black woman.
Right. And say like, oh, I love black women. They can pander down.
Yes.
I'll be honest with you. Maybe because the bitch is the way I am, but also I feel like my body type, I've never...
Oh, you a nigga.
It's straight.
It's not giving
straight through and through, baby. Straight through and through.
Are you always the first mixed girl?
No, bitch. First of all,
what do you mean?
To my niggas, the bitch ain't mixed. I'm black. I got a big ass, got thighs.
No, that's not true.
No.
That's not true.
I'm telling you, for any time, I'm telling you right now, for any time, all my athletes, my whole 20s, for what I've dated, I've never dated a guy who oftentimes dates white women or thinks I'm just black enough. I also date a lot of what people were attracted to me for was my body type. I have a black body type, so much too, to where if y'all listen to the past episodes, anytime a white man would even approach me, they would approach me as, you only date black guys.
Yes, but thick and light skin is still a type.
No, cool, it could be a type, but I have the black body. So the men that are attracted to me date black women. And whether they're light skin, dark skin,
black women.
like, let's be very clear. If I go through also, and this is gonna sound fucked up as fuck, for all the niggas that I was a side bitch to, all the married niggas that I fucked, all black, curvy, bodacious, or dark-skinned, thin women, but all black women.
Well, that's good to know.
But
you cannot say as a light-skinned black woman that men will definitely...
I'm light-skinned, so
yes,
cool.
Yes.
So cool. For any black man who holds those fucking biases and wants a light-skinned bitch with nice hair, a bitch been bald for 5 years. And before that, I wore it in a fucking bun because I have thin ass hair. I'm not going to take away the privilege of me being light skinned. But I've never personally had the experience of any man saying you're just black enough.
You may not have heard them. No one ever said that to me.
They're not going to say it out loud.
Say it.
But I've never been put into that group of, if I look at the other women,
you probably don't feel that way, but I'm telling you,
I don't think you're
not. I think what Weezy is trying to say is you're not necessarily like, nobody's gonna look at you and be like, oh, she's just black enough. Like, you're a black woman, but as a light-skinned black woman, there are things that you have access and privilege to, and certain
and I'm not even talking about that.
Right.
I'm talking about for the men that I've only specifically dated. They like black women. I'm a black woman.
Black women, but a lot of them probably was like, it's a fetish. They don't want a dark skin. They probably didn't tell you that.
I think that's the thing. You really don't know.
You never know.
You never know.
You never know.
And honestly speaking,
but I've also fucked them with a lot of other bitches.
Right.
And bitches be all shades and colors.
Yeah.
Like,
no, but when men like black women, I've had 2 men in my life make the comment that I'm the outlier. It's the partner I have now and a few before that. And that's when I knew, like, oh, you actually really do like black women.
Right.
Like, that nigga, I remember saying to me, the first dude that ever said it almost made me feel a little embarrassed. He was like, I don't know, bro. We going out in the sun. Who knows what's going to happen to you? You know, I ain't black all the way.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh.
I think for me, and even though I made the joke about the white man, I'm not attracted to white men for real like that.
Me neither.
But I love black men, especially black men who love black women. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like all shapes and sizes, all colors.
Jalen Hurts getting up.
You know what I'm saying?
Because you could be having the other wife who's in that interview talking about his favorite food is chicken fried chicken.
Fried chicken. He loves fried chicken. Oh my God. I know that's his favorite. Watermelon?
It's not.
Collard greens.
But you know what's crazy? And I know we've talked about it. Every time I see a video of his daddy, I'm like, You came from
Bro, that motherfucker be lit.
Bruh.
He be drunk than that motherfucker.
And that's the problem. He was raised by his white mama.
Oh my God.
Because his black daddy wasn't around.
Look, don't say y'all about to mix people with the black
We're not gonna do that because my mama make a collard green, bitch. She make an oxtail. My mama throw down. My mama throws the fuck down.
Cooking don't got nothing to do with her being.
That's fine.
What?
She's white. She's white. She's white.
That's why your ass.
But my mama black as hell.
Have you seen there's a TikTok. Okay, so they're like, all right, not all mixed girls or mixed people with white mamas are the same. What is it that makes some of them different? And this one girl said, I feel like I've had a different experience than other mixed women with white mothers because my mom's community and friends were black women.
Yeah.
And so
that does make a little difference for
shaped
sure.
my mother a little bit. But I mean, and I get it because it's just like, okay, your aunties, the friends, you're kind of surrounding yourself. But there is something a little bit different to me with white people raised in a black neighborhood. And they be like, but I'm white.
Yeah.
That shit be kind of weird too. So I think
it's a thin line.
It is.
Yeah.
And it's tough because with me, I remember watching Dr. Umar talk about confusion with mixed kids. Oh, 100%. I think when you're a mixed kid, like the PWI girls, you throw a black girl in a white school and they get real, what? Oh, that happened to me. My mom fucking picked me up from the projects because I lied about sleeping over a friend's house. She was like, what the fuck are you doing over here?
Now she was in the hood.
What the fuck? And I was like, because I made friends at the after school shit.
I used to call her Nunu growing up.
Nunu is
she drew a jag, had a movie theater, but bitch, we would be in the hood with our girls in drawstring ponytails.
But it's crazy because when you're a fucking mixed kid, you're like, where do I go?
Yeah.
And I really gotta say, today, I am so glad to see people embracing their natural hair. I think even the perm complex fucked me up.
Yeah.
There is so much shit I learned after 30, 25 and 30 that I was like, okay, Dr. Umar was like, we don't need no more milk.
Yeah, for real.
No more milk.
The buck needs to stop with me and Mandii. I'm serious.
I'm weak.
Enough.
You know what? I'm not playing with y'all. Let's get into reactionary real quick.
Okay.
Because I want to get into the topic that everybody is fucking talking about.
Okay.
And I know because you a monogamous hoe that
I am.
we can have this conversation. I want to play a clip. Omarion sat down recently.
Oh, God.
And this is what he had to say about Kofi's comments on non-monogamy.
Kofi could be non-monogamous.
I was talking about in my chair for Hot Topics about actor Kofi Siriboe. And he says that he practices ethical non-monogamy. Okay. Do you think that's a good idea? Ethical non-monogamy?
Well, I will say I'm in agreement. You know, I don't know all of the backstory of those words, but I would say
ethical
for me,
non-monogamy.
Being open is important, and also, you know, the women just truly outnumber the men. You know what I mean? And this is
So you're supposed to have, is this like an all-you-can-eat buffet over here?
No, let me
go on, explain. I'm not jumping on you.
Let me just say, it's only a few good men. It's only a few good men.
Right.
You know?
This is
and whether or not it's a physical thing, you know, we end up fostering the next generation as well. So why not have our queens or the women? Because I was raised by all women.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
And let me bring this
why
back,
not have
and
our
I
queens aligned with that? That it takes a village. It's not going to just be one man. You know, you could get married. That man still ain't going to be just your man. He's going to be, you know, there for his daughter. He's going to be there for his mom, his grandmother.
You know what? It's always a nigga that dips
this
the
concept
tips
isn't
of the
really
dreads.
foreign. It's just a little old, you know, and it's meant to be upgraded. And I love this conversation because I think when men are open and honest that they don't want to have just this one thing for the rest of their life, it gives a woman an opportunity to choose.
Lex.
It's crazy because I just had a conversation with Jesse Wu about this yesterday. So I think the problem with his views on that is a lot of times American men want to adopt what these the West African men are doing in their homes with polygamy and having multiple wives.
Utah niggas.
But y'all don't realize that it is a structure, though. They are in one home. They have a community. They're paying the bills. It's not, I got a kid in LA, I got a kid in New York, I got a kid in Houston. Y'all are not, there are still rules and structure to polygamy. You just want to fuck around.
Period.
And that's not what it is.
And the P is for Professor Lex.
Hello now, don't get me on my Dr. Umar.
Do it.
You know what I'm saying?
No,
So,
you're right.
no
You're right.
rice,
No salsa.
as somebody who is, I'm monogamous. I only want to be with one person, but I don't have a problem with people who are poly couples because everybody's mad at Neo right now. Why?
I don't.
He's living in his truth. Because
agree.
if he was always living in his truth, he wouldn't have drugged Monietta and Crystal through what he
the
did.
bullshit.
So I do believe that men can identify as poly, but Neo also takes care of all of his girlfriends. You know what I'm saying? I think there's structure to that y'all don't want to do. Y'all can't even take care of little Day-Day.
I think
So how you gonna take
also what it's so my issue with Omarion's response is he says women outnumber men. As
That
if
was
that's the
insane.
reason that men should have multiple
And there's
partners.
only a few good
and
men.
There's only a few good men.
Now, I will say this. I believe that. But women, there are an abundant amount of women that are accepting this lifestyle and aren't fucking non-monogamous. The thing that I think makes the Neo situation strange is, for example, if you asked me today if I could be in a monogamous relationship, I've already been tested and it didn't work for me with someone who was monogamous. It was hospital dick for those listening. It wouldn't work for me today. However, I think if you gave any of Neo's girlfriend the option to be the only one, they would say yes. And I think a lot of women accept situations that they aren't really happy in. I don't know if ethical non-monogamy is something that women are allowed to do on their own. I really don't know any girls other than Mandii and I that I've been living this life for this long.
Well, I will say
Who?
I know one of Neo's girlfriends.
Okay.
And I've known her since I lived in Miami. She is very much her. I think
The main one?
Ariel.
I don't know.
But I've known her since Miami. I'm not saying that she's with Neo because this is what she has to put up with. She's very much living in her life and her truth.
Do you think
And
all of them are?
I think the main one loves it down.
No, probably the one I'm talking about. And I've known her since Miami. I also know one of the baby moms. I know a lot of women, and maybe because I am more in the lifestyle, I do know so many women that really vibe for this shit, that they love being with men and women, and when they can do it together and it's honest and it's fun, they're like, this is the best fucking shit ever.
Yeah.
Like, they have a fucking blast
Where
together.
are they?
I'm telling you, like, the people...
Right. I'm saying we don't see that, Mandii. We see a lot of celebrity men
And
in the
we see
forefront.
it now, and everyone's judging them, saying they can't be happy. Like, I don't think we're the only ones truthfully loving non-monogamy as much as, like, a lot of people that I know are, like, so glad that they don't have to lean into societal's norms of a lifestyle that hasn't worked for them, where they've been betrayed or they had to cheat. I'm being honest with you. I'm in the same field and world that you're in too, right? I really don't believe there are women that choose this. I don't see it more times than none. I see many non-monogamous relationships fail because women want to change it at some point. All of the girls that I know that married a ball player or got with one and was having fun doing the threesomes, they're tired of it. Like,
yeah,
that ain't my...
I will say I do hear those stories a lot of women sleeping with other women with their man just to make him happy.
To make him happy, yeah.
Now, I will say, because now we're getting into another topic, because a lot of these women are doing these things because rent due. You know what I'm saying?
That's different.
But what I'm saying is, no, I don't mean literally like sex work. I mean, they're agreeing because they're like, okay, well, at least I don't have to go to work and he gonna pay my bills. Like, you know what I'm saying?
The patriarchy. There's a lot of women that like have an advantage by leaning into the patriarchy.
Yeah.
And that's what it has afforded us.
Right.
It is a man providing and you kind of turning a blind eye because you actually are in need of something not from him. We talked about this in a previous episode. Like, even with my ex, once I became self-sufficient, I loved that I could love a man without needing anything more than who he was as a man.
Right.
Like, I don't need you for provision. I don't need you to pay my bills. I can now take the blinders. I could take the blinders off. And now I can exist as a woman who can choose a partner because I'm happy.
Right.
And to me, and you don't identify with being a lifestyler, a lot of my friends, the couples, the sex club owners, the dungeon owners, a lot of my friends right now are lifestylers who choose this life and
I know
are
they
happy.
exist, Mandii. I'm saying we don't.
I'm saying I know them and I hear it.
Well, I think what she's saying is they're still the minority though, like in women.
And we have couples out that, but then I think let's be very clear. If a woman comes out and says, yeah, I let my man have sex with other women, everyone on the internet in the comments are going to be like, she must can't pay her rent. She got to do that. She's not happy. There's also a lot of projection on people just assuming that this isn't the life we choose.
Right.
We fought it for the last 8 years of this podcast where they thought that maybe we were leaning into an insecurity or, oh, she must feel like she has to do this to keep a man. I just feel like, and maybe I'm blessed. I'll say it's a privilege to know so many women who have genuinely been able to exist in a relationship where their man having sex with someone else isn't a hindrance. And as a woman who's bisexual, they now get to have fun with a whole bunch of women with their nigga.
Now,
Kudos
here is
to
the
y'all.
other part of the relationship. Yes, they can fuck girls with their man. They can have sex with women too. Do we see women having other relationships with men? No. And that's what I mean about you watch these niggas on these clips talk about non-monogamy, ethical, this, that. The true language around non-monogamy to me is everybody's engaging. You're either doing it together and it's closed,
right.
or you're both dating.
Right.
I'll tell you right now, I don't believe Neo's girlfriends have other niggas. To me, this is a one-sided situation. That is not real non-monogamy to me. You talk about the porn star that you know whose husband filmed her. Like, that is lifestyle. We're not talking about lifestyle here.
But
these niggas have 10 girlfriends.
But
this is just too much horniness for me. Dungeons and sex clubs. This is a lot.
That's fine, but not only that, let's be clear about non-monogamy being an umbrella. You have polygamy, you have polyamory, you have the other one with which is the women one, but y'all are yelling me. Whatever. So to me, in my last relationship, I genuinely didn't feel like I needed other men. So to me, I don't think you're just fully non-monogamous if both of y'all are willing to date. I'm a non-monogamous person who doesn't think that my partner should date anyone, and I can't, but we could have sex with someone else unemotionally attached. Non-monogamy can absolutely be customizable. It could be what you and your partner make it, which is why maybe we didn't understand the Will and Jada, which is why maybe we don't understand why R.I.P. Vanessa Bryant chose to stay with Kobe, because that white woman in Denver probably wasn't the first one. It's probably why, and I know nothing of this to be true, allegedly, Savannah's still rocking with LeBron. So,
not my king.
Okay, we can bleep there.
Not a black American.
Okay, we can bleep them.
Not my king.
But what I say
These
is,
whores are lying on it. That white lady.
Non-monogamy.
Dr. Umar said no ice, no rice.
What I'm saying is we would be completely irresponsible with this platform to say that non-monogamy looks one way. It doesn't. And we don't know the inner workings of everyone's relationships. They may be able to have sex with other people, but can't date other people. They can't embarrass Neo publicly. So maybe they can have sex with other men, but don't let it get messy. Like, a lot of us are allowing our partners to maybe step out. Don't bring the mess home. Don't get another bitch pregnant. Wrap up if you step out. There's a lot of people that have those boundaries set up that, to me, just because you can or cannot as a woman date another man, so that doesn't make you non-monogamous or not.
Maybe you don't know. Maybe Savannah got another on there.
I don't like that though, because I feel like if you're dating a man and he gets to do everything and you can't do nothing,
but sometimes you can. It depends on what you agree to. And as a woman, if you,
but
I'm telling you the thing about it is,
most it break up. If you want to go suck another dick and your nigga said no, then that ain't the nigga for you.
But
break
the
up.
point is that these men with money and power are literally coming to women, you know, going through the motions, playing the whole role, vacation, this, that. Oh, you know, I think I'm ready for a relationship. Well, you know, I'm out all the time. I'm traveling a lot. I like to fuck other women. Now, if you wouldn't mind being one of my girlfriends, I'm going to take care of you.
And you ready? Her peasant ass need a roof over her head. So she's like, okay, daddy.
But that's what I'm saying. It's not that, but that's what we were saying. A lot of women that really enjoy this lifestyle, they're outnumbered by the men who want the lifestyle. I think that's what you were trying to say, because you were like 80% of men.
Well, then let's hold the women accountable who are staying in relationships that aren't fully fulfilling because they need to eat.
Oh yeah.
But luckily, we're in the modern girl era where we do make our own money. And we're able to now hold some footing ground in our household and in our relationships to demand that either this is what works for me, this is what I like, this is my boundary, and if you cross it, I don't have to stay. I don't have to be here.
But we're getting a little to the other side now, because now you have women with money who are dealing with it because they don't want to be lonely. So
100%.
It's a lot of successful women who are dealing with.
That's why it's not a gender thing.
Right. It's definitely not a gender thing.
I think the problem too with women that are putting up with it is men are really being vocal about needing this, and we are seeing this uptick in women saying, I won't accept this. Like, I'll be alone, and dudes being like, fine, I'll just take. There's a lot of women. I can't believe Omarion said that. That was his response.
Right.
You could tell that slipped out.
Omarion saying
We're outnumbered by
outnumbered
women.
by the
what?
women.
How
It's
dare I
crazy.
only fuck one bitch to eat?
I owe it to the world. Just to see all the queens.
Like what?
All the queens' horses, all the queens' men.
Yeah, but like I said, I think there is a little responsibility, like you said, in structure, and you have to have rules for yourself. And I think they just kind of want to do whatever, and I think that's bullshit.
No, I agree. I do think that we would love y'all to jump into the comments on this one, specifically because we've been talking about non-monogamy from horrible decisions to decisions so much, and clearly now with it being a buzzword, now with people hopping in and out of these relationships or choosing to be single. We had an episode on choosing to be single as well. Like, I think you as women, and I will only want to speak to the women because we know y'all are 90% our demo, you have the voice to stay in something that serves you or that doesn't. But what I want you to not lean into is society's comments and views on what they think looks like happiness. Because if you allow your nigga to have multiple girlfriends and that is fun for you, stay in that motherfucking relationship and enjoy your life and kind of block out the noise. But if you're a woman if you're a woman that doesn't align with that and you're with a partner that is like, hey babe, I want to step out but don't want you to, if that doesn't work for you, feel free to sit here and move on because there is plenty of fish in the motherfucker.
Guess what? Crying in the bins? Bitch, go buy one.
Okay. Hello.
Release
now you're
it.
talking my language. Now.
Release it.
All right now.
By the way, I know that we are going to get the comments like, these bitches in their outlines, they couldn't have bought another hour of studio time. We want more Lex P. You broke bitches. Y'all talking like y'all got money and couldn't afford a goddamn studio. Bitch. They are going to cuss us out.
No, they not.
So you know what? But we'll be back in April, so we may have to have a part 2.
Yes.
Bring Dre back on here. Maybe we come on the Poor Minds again.
Yes, we gotta do another one. We have to do another round.
Studio. We haven't done y'all's studio.
Y'all haven't.
We haven't been on Atlanta.
Yeah. We have to do
another official crossover after we did our rebrand. Y'all gotta coming out and shit. And we can't say that. We can bleep that out.
Yeah, we gotta bleep that out. Okay.
That's fine. Well, y'all have a book also. If you can go ahead and
Go ahead and drop all the good stuff. So we have an ebook. So if you want to start a podcast, go to poorminds.com, cop that. Love Lex P. That's what I'm promoting right now. That's why y'all see me here solo. Poor Minds is not going nowhere. Poor Minds every Friday, 7 p.m. Me and my girl have a huge announcement coming up. It's super exciting.
There we go.
But yeah, Poor Minds every Friday, 7 p.m. Love Lex P on Mondays, 10 a.m. And I got Muse Beauty on my lips. Shout out to Drea with her makeup line.
It's very popular.
Yes, musebeautycollection.com. So
you dropping everything?
Yeah, everything.
What else?
I think that's it.
Okay. Y'all, No Holds Barred, a dual manifesto of sexual exploration and power, is available now for pre-order. Make sure y'all help us become a New York Times bestseller because we cannot do it without you, and we want to show how strong the motherfucking Whore Hive is. So go wherever your independent bookstores, Simon & Schuster, Amazon, wherever the fuck you need to buy it right now. No Holds Barred. Again, make sure link is in the bio, in the description of this episode. Also, bonus episodes. That's right, every week. Patreon.com/horrible decisions. No, bitch, I got this. Also, if we gonna keep going before we get out of here, also Selective Ignorance every Tuesday that drops. And I said everything for us. Said it to me. Weezy, drop yours, and let's get out of here.
Go to Trap House. Bye.
Bye, guys. See you guys next week. This has been another episode of Decisions. Bye. If you are a patron member, that's right, go on over to patreon.com/horrible decisions. That's where you can get all of the X-rated, raunchy discussions about sex. Welcome everybody to another episode of Horrible Decisions. I'm your girl, Mandii V, aka Not Peg the Stallion, and we'll talk about that in a little bit.
Hey y'all, I'm Weezy. If you haven't already, you've probably heard our spiel. We really want to be New York Times bestsellers. Go out there, pre-order No Holds Barred. It's super juicy, it's super sexy, and we're also going to be making some announcements, so hold on to your receipt because we'll be sending you something.
That's right, that's right. And today, we are joined by two very special guests, and I'm really excited to have the conversation we have today. We will answer all the questions you bitches have had over the last few years, goddammit. So we have Jazz, a.k.a. Miss Sin Fuck the MILF. Something like that. MILF. Your favorite MILF. Just fuck the MILF. Miss Sin, your favorite MILF, yes. Which I'm really excited because I don't think we've had one woman yet identify as a MILF on this goddamn pod.
That is not true.
Who? I mean, they probably
We've had
are
good
MILFs.
moms, bad choices.
No, they probably are MILFs, but they don't say I'm a MILF.
Oh, see, to me, MILF is an embodiment.
MILF is already
like,
yes.
I don't need to scream to you I'm a bad bitch.
But
you know.
But someone actually identifying and calling themselves a MILF
yes.
is a little different. And I had your name that I wanted to introduce you as, and then you just told me another name. So go ahead and introduce yourself.
What's up, y'all? I'm Quality Filth.
There we go. Quality
Now,
Filth.
how did the three of you guys know each other?
Well, we're all doing, by the way, Choco Bliss is taking me to Jamaica.
Yes.
We're doing hedonism. Y'all already know. We do have a decent size membership of the Whore Hive already attending.
Yes.
I was telling them how we just got cursed out during the town hall where she was like, bitch, who coming to hedonism? So we're really excited because... No.
Oh, it was another Whore
on
Hive
town
member.
hall.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, well... We know that y'all are in Brooklyn. I said, y'all got to pull up so we can talk about what this trip looks like, but also sex tourism as a whole.
So do you guys throw Chocolate Bliss? What brings the three of you together?
Yes. So Frandy created Choco Bliss. We're going into our third year right now. And what better way to kick off our third year, which is going to be our biggest and best to date, by bringing Mandii in to...
Nice.
She embodies the brand and the vibe of Choco Bliss perfectly, so we wanted to partner with her.
I'm also really excited too because Sir Marvelous will also be there, right?
He won't be at ours, but we could get into...
Yeah, he's going to be there in town.
Yes.
We're working on an event together.
Yeah.
Because I know that I'm going to have to be doing some installations.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're trying to curate something that we'll be bringing to you. So it's going to be a good time.
I'm excited.
So yeah, tell me, because I want to know. So when I see a flyer go up, I'm like, okay, it's a fucking weekend in Jamaica. Tell me what Choco Bliss is.
So Choco Bliss is a brand for group travel for professionals that like to travel, have a good time, and in a judgment-free environment. So that's essentially what Choco Bliss is. We started 3 years ago at Hito, and it was 55 of us. From that year, the following year, it was 130 of us.
How do you get everybody together?
So we have a Facebook group, and everybody kind of gets acquainted in the Facebook group, and it grows through word of mouth. And we're one of the biggest Black groups at hedonism. So
not the big Black Hedo.
So that automatically, like, word gets around and that draws people to us.
And you've been doing travel for like a decade.
Yes. So I've been traveling to Hito for about 10 years.
Wow, girl, that's a lot.
And like a full circle moment, my first Hito trip was through a group trip being promoted in one of Frandy's, Quality's 50 million Facebook groups, because he's got a ton of them. So if you're in a group on Facebook, you're probably in one of his groups.
Have you done like solo Hito?
I've not done solo trips to Hito without being in a group.
Oh, but like you've gone by yourself, but being a part of a group.
Yes.
Okay,
going by myself.
That's solo
as part
to
of the group.
Yeah.
If I know a nigga there and I came along.
Our trip is primarily comprised of singles, which being a lot of people in the lifestyle are typically assume that it's couples going.
Yep.
And while we do have couples on the trip, vast majority of everybody on our trip is single, which makes it great because you literally are going to a playground of just hedonistic fun.
Well, I'm glad Mandii brought you guys to talk about what it's like to go to Hito with a group, because when we went, it was our first time. It was your first time?
It was my second time.
Okay. So it was our first time going, like, as, you know, a brand, and me going with a group like ever. I've never done a travel group together. And I thought it was dope because, like, you know,